Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and to this video. This will be an intro for many videos to come. I'm bringing to you my makeup collection in several parts. This is going to be an overall view of my collection for you guys so you can see what I have. Also, I can try and answer questions for you in terms of my experience with these products. I just want to make you guys aware of what's lurking in my collection in case you haven't seen me using them on film, which there's a lot of things that you probably haven't seen me use. And so if they're products that you're interested in hearing about or having my opinion on or having a full review or wear test or what have you, please leave all of that in the comments below. Let's go ahead and get into the video. Next in my collection series is powder and bronzer. So let's go ahead and start with powder. My oldest powder is also one that I am panning currently. However, I would repurchase this. This is the number 7 Perfect Light Pressed Powder in the shade medium. And I'm going to go ahead and show it to you, even though it might be a spoiler for pan progress. But I really like this powder. It's very smooth, but it is mattifying. And I have no complaints about it. This is the second one that I've owned. And like I said, I will absolutely repurchase it again. Next is something that was kind of a boo-boo when I picked them up, but they are growing on me. And they are the NYX HD finishing powders. I have the shade Translucent as well as Banana. I will show them to you. Again, I'm panning this one. They just didn't serve the purpose that I originally had purchased them for. Now I've just found a new way to use them. I had originally purchased them because a lot of people said, this is the Banana shade, a lot of people said that they liked this for setting under their eyes. And I thought, cool, what's better than an affordable product that you can use to set under your eyes? Well, these are super powdery. When I put these under my eyes, it looks so dry. It looks like I'm wearing baby powder under my eyes. And so it's absolutely not for that for me. However, since I started panning this one, the Translucent shade, I've started using this to set my T-zone, and then I go back in with a more like a finishing powder or the number 7 powder and finish powdering my face. So I do think I'll be able to work my way through these by doing that. It's just going to be kind of slow going because there is a lot of it. I also will say that this is very powdery. You get a ton of kick up in the pan when you use it, but it definitely works well for setting in the T-zone in my opinion. Then I have a small size of the Stellar, what do they call this? The Stellar Glow 2. I'll put the actual name on the screen here from Sephora, but I did receive this in the hashtag selfie kit from Sephora. Very carefully show you what it, what it looks like here. Okay, that was a very amateur YouTuber move. This is a decent setting powder, loose setting powder. It is the only loose powder I have. They just aren't what I reach for. I don't generally prefer a super matte finish on my face, and this is definitely matte, but it's super, super finely milled, very smooth, and I like it. I will use it, I'm sure. And then if you've been on my channel for any amount of time, you know that I love Hourglass ambient lighting powder products, and I have 2 minis. The first one is in the shade Diffuse Light, and it's this beautiful vanilla color. This is the only powder that I feel like I can set under my eyes with and not have it look very dry. So I do like Diffuse Light for that purpose. And then also in a mini, I have Dim Light. And this one I actually keep in my purse with a little tiny Bare Minerals brush in case I need to touch up while I'm out and about. I have just a little tiny cosmetic case that I switch from purse to purse with a few essentials. And then for at home, I do have the full-size ambient lighting powder in the shade Dim Light. And you do get quite a bit of product in here. While they are expensive and probably what I would consider luxury cosmetics, this does come with 10 grams of product in here. and a little goes a very long way. This is a finishing powder. This is not something that you set your makeup down with for longevity. This is something that you apply either after you put on your regular powder, which is how I tend to use it, or at the end of your makeup routine, or at least your face products, even blush and things like that. You go and buff this all over the face and it just gives a nice soft finish. Now we're going to talk about bronzers. So starting with individual bronzers, I have several. One that I am panning, and it is again the oldest one to my collection, and that's the number 7 bronzer in the shade Caramel. Like I said, I'm currently panning this, and I'll tell you, this is a never-ending bronzer. I'm really hoping to hit pan on it soon. I love this product. It is absolutely a matte finish bronzer. And the thing I like about this one is it's good for me all year. I can wear this during the winter and just very lightly, you know, kind of contour the face with it, as well as it is absolutely buildable on your face, so you can wear it any time of year. And that's one of the things I really like about this one. It is super versatile. And then next I have the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Bronzer in the shade Radiant Bronze Light. And here it is. I will admit I have not used this as much as I would like. One, because I am panning the number 7 bronzer, but also I thought this was going to be a little bit lighter based on the color payoff that they have in their blushes. They tend to be very light, but buildable. So I ordered this, and it's actually quite dark, so it will be gorgeous for this summer when my face is a little bit of a deeper tone, and it is a shimmery bronzer. And then next is a cult favorite that I finally got my hands on very recently, and that is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I waited quite a long time because I didn't feel like their original 2 shades were going to either be dark enough for me. And so then they came out with 2 new shades, and so I went ahead and picked one of those up, and I have the shade Sunkissed Bronzer. Unfortunately, my packaging is broken. It will not latch at all, so come on, Physicians Formula. But this is the shade that I have. This is beautiful. Definitely a satin finish. It has that fantastic butter bronzer smell, and this is just very, very easy to pick up and use. It is buildable. You can keep it muted, or you could really build it up for that really sun-kissed glow. And then these next 3 I recently received, I recently received in another Sephora kit. I actually have the box right here, so I'll show you. This is the Sephora Sunkissed Glow Kit. It runs $40. In that kit, however, you get 3 bronzers and 4 highlights. So these are the 3 bronzers that I received. The first one is the Tarte Park Avenue Princess. This is a mini, and I just gouged my finger into it. And this is what it looks like. I really like this one so far. It's what I'm wearing today, and I have been wearing it all week to test it out for you guys. This is a shimmery bronzer, but not at all a glittery bronzer. In fact, I don't know that I've ever found a glitter bronzer. And again, it is buildable, and I think that that makes a bronzer very versatile for using any time of the year. And then for another matte bronzer, I do have this mini of the Hoola Bronzer by Benefit. Here again is what she looks like. I haven't delved into this one yet, but it is 100% matte, and again, buildable in my opinion. And then last, for bronzer singles, I do have this mini of the Becca Sunlit Bronzer in the shade Capri Coast, and here it is. This is gorgeous. Even though I've had it for a short amount of time, I can almost promise you that I'm going to be buying the full size of this. This is a satin finish, so it has a glow, but it's a natural glow, just, you know, as glowy skin would look, I guess. And that's a horrible description, but I do really love this, and I can see why this is absolutely a cult favorite here on YouTube. Then we have a few palettes here that have pans of bronzer in them. The first one I received in BoxyCharm this month. This is the Pure Sculptor palette. These look pretty scary in the pan, so, you know, it's okay. Here they go. They look super dark in the pan, but they actually swatch much lighter, which you will see from the swatches inserted here. It is a very smooth, again, buildable. I like that this one is a warmer brown, so it is very nice to use as a bronzer. And this one is either neutral or more to the cool side of brown, and so this absolutely works as a nice contour. Of the two, the dark one is a bit more pigmented, so if you did get this, go in very light-handed. Next is not new to my collection. I've had this almost since the beginning of my journey in beauty, and this is the Tarte Clay Play 1, and I love this palette. Not only do you have all the neutral eyeshadows down here, which we aren't going to talk about, but we have these nice big pans up here, and these are very pigmented. However, if you go in with a light hand, it makes them much more versatile and easy to apply. So we have a bronzer here. This would technically be a contour shade because it is to the cool neutral side of the browns, and that is what I use it for. This is the only contour in my collection, and so I go ahead and count it as a bronzer. And then you have this really dark bronzer here, which, you know, it again, use it light-handed and or use it for your brows or your eyeshadow. And then the absolute newest bronzer to my collection comes in this Benefit blush bar that my hubby purchased for me for Mother's Day, and I do have a full-size pan of the Hoola bronzer right here, so that is why I'm not currently using the mini. Who knows, that's just the way my brain works. But this again is a completely matte bronzer. It is really, really nice and smooth, buildable, so I think it is something that I could use all year long. So when I counted up, I was a little shocked at this number, but I do have 12 pans of bronzer. But I love me some bronzer, so I'm not mad about it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this collection video of powders and bronzers. I am missing you right now from Nebraska, and you are always in my thoughts. I hope all of your makeup days are beautiful makeup days, and we will see you in the next one. Bye!